Hey everyone, welcome to the We Do podcast, where we do the gaming news for you. We've got episode 15. This is a busy and packed episode, so we're going to skip the introduction of what we've been playing, but we have been noticing something. There's been a lot of bad news in the gaming industry lately, and we've also noticed this all started around the same time Purple took his job. Is it a coincidence or not? You let us know in the comment section below. We all know it isn't a coincidence.
Look, Murple being an unemployed, it's a canon event. He has a job now, so the gaming world is going to shit.
Exactly. we just need Loki to come in here and fix the timeline.
I'm probably Loki in disguise. You don't know.
Sony was like, "Oh, he can afford it now. Price jack it up, man."
There you go. So yeah, the stories we've got for you. We'll just do a quick rundown of the stories and then start going in here. And manufacturers getting sued. Nintendo raising base salaries for employees. Oblivion Remaster will have the base game on the cart. You couldn't do that for Skyrim or Fallout 4, but whatever. Splatoon Raiders. Yeah, we've seen some of that. Metroid Ravenous leaked by the Brazilians rating board, and Final Fantasy VII Revelations DLC and Season Pass leaked by Epic. And then the topic of the show, end of physical games thanks to Rockstar and PlayStation. So yeah, as we have a packed show here, let's get started here. RAM manufacturers have been sued for allegedly fixing prices, supply leading to increased costs, and it's for Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron have been squeezing supply, which you don't even really need to go through the article. I'm just gonna go say the words obvious. No shit. This is just like, if you've been buying RAM lately, and like in my line of work, we have to quote computers and just trying to find computers and the pricing, where you'll quote a laptop one week, it's this price, the next week it's $200 and something more because of just storage and RAM. It has just been insane. But back in the day, Micron ratted out Samsung and SK Hynix to say, yeah, no. We've all been available, but I'm cutting a deal. Please don't send me to jail. Please don't send me to jail. I won't do well. I can't drop the soap.
I kind of seen this coming.
Yeah.
I was just waiting, sitting and waiting. It's like, I'm going to hear about this. Oh, hey, look.
Yeah, I'm not all too surprised this is happening. Just where this ultimately goes, though, is where it's going to get interesting. So I hope whatever happens, they stick it to them in some way, shape, or form. And hopefully it's a domino effect that could lead to better things, especially with the prices. But you just never know, really, with how things are going.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
anybody got?
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it. Like the RAM prices are just insane, right? But it's not just the RAM prices. Like today, as I was saying earlier to you guys, I went to one of the computer shops nearby and looked at storage. So storage has been affected because it's still chips on the main PCB, right? And I was looking at the prices. A 1 terabyte was $230 Canadian. And that's insane because back in August of last year, I bought a 4 terabyte for around $330. Like, sure, it was a little more, but it was 4 times the amount of storage space. So essentially, that means storage space has gone up in price like 50, 60, 70%. And I just don't get it. It's like it just removes people from being able to reach like that. That's it's not just them. It removes people their buying power for something, whether they want to buy a computer, build a computer, or because it's not just the end consumer, but it's also the people in between who manufacture consoles other electronics that consumers are interested in, they get charged too. So that cost gets passed on to the consumer. It sucks. Just this is good.
Yeah.
I hope they get caught with their pants down, and I hope they get what they deserve.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you a story. It's gonna
Yeah.
You'll understand.
It has to start with Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I had hair. Once upon a time.
Hey, I feel you on that.
No, okay. Now, once upon a time, I was taking my master's degree, and I had a class called logistics. Where you need to arrange everything, you send everything in trucks and stuff like that. And I don't want to say brands. I don't want to say brands just in case. But my professor, he was the head of the logistics department at a very big supermarket brand in Portugal. Not Madeira, Portugal. Okay, very big one. And he liked to talk a lot. We like to talk to him a lot, and he let a slip of the tongue. Let's say he by accident he said that when it comes to prices, the heads of the big supermarket, the big brands in Portugal,
Yeah.
they kind of have a secret meeting, and they decide what to put on sale, at what price to put things to sale. That's not good, but they decide they are not competing with each other. They're trying to help each other to get more money out of the people. Okay. I assume that what's happening with the RAM, and considering there's a big AI bubble growing and growing and growing, they are talking between themselves, a cabal, if you want to say, to raise the prices of RAM because it's something necessary. Then you have games getting better and better, require more RAM. You get more AI stuff. Because I was telling this before I started. I talking with a friend of mine. I was saying that one of the best things that's happening in this World Cup are the memes, AI memes, anime memes. Trust me, I'm freaking loving it. They are funny. They are emotional. But to do all that I'm enjoying, you need RAM to make AI stuff work. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using the technical lingo stuff because I don't know other words. I'm not that. I'm more into games, but I do know the basis. And to make all of these things, to make computers run, games run, you need RAM. So yeah, I think there's like a cabal. They're working with each other to raise prices. Like, let's try to sell as much as we can, because this is going to get to a point. The bubble is going to burst, and things will have to go down now. So for
Right.
now, since everyone needs it now, let's sell it now. When it bursts, then we'll sell it cheaper, maybe at a loss. But all of the profit that we made before, it's going to compensate the loss that we'll have in the future. That will not be that much. So it's put my tinfoil hat on. It's a conspiracy theory, but I do believe they are all working together to raise prices. And if that is so, yes, the law should drop the hammer on them, accuse them, not send the money back to the consumer, because they really can't force them to do that, but making them pay a fine. The problem is that we've seen before, sometimes the fine is expensive for me and you, but for those companies that are making billions, it's like, God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay this parking ticket. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to be that much. So they're not afraid. They're not afraid. So sucks. It's disgusting, but it is. I'm gonna tell you what my best friend told me today. Society has peaked in the 2000s. It's been downhill from then on because everyone is super greedy nowadays.
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
I 100% agree, and especially like that's the thing. You'll hear like you see these stories. Oh, this company got fined. They got fined, and it's like, oh, we fined them 25 grand, and they just have that money set aside for lawyers for fines. They're like, ah, yes, let's have that. That we made 130 million in profit, you have to pay the 25,000 or 50,000 or even 100,000. That's out of our sushi budget we have for the next month. So yeah.
This is the story that I see about Jeff Bezos. He has, I think I'm going to say London, okay? I might be wrong, but I'm going to say London. Could be LA. I don't know where he lives. I really don't care. But there's this story that he has a big mansion, and he has those, those bush hedges, around the house.
Yeah.
And there's a limit of height. If you have higher than that, you pay a fine to the city. Let's say like that.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't give a shit. He has it higher, way higher than permit, and he just pays the fine the full year. Like it's just paying like a license or something. I don't know.
He's
like,
just shooting the dollar bills out of his hand to be like,
There you go.
Take it,
There
take
you
it,
go.
take it. It's okay. And because it's like thousands, it's like not even 1% of what he makes profit for the year. So it's nothing.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck
already.
This is my technology right here. An actual flip phone. And yes, this is real.
You can play Snake on that, right?
Yeah, you can play Snake, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, this is real.
Okay. Okay, I think that's
promise you.
enough. All right, let's move to more positive story.
Yeah.
Nintendo raising base salaries by 10% for employees in Japan. And this is so nice to see, because we've been just seeing in doom and gloom of this studio losing in this amount of people. Nintendo has proven over the years they will keep people. Like we had Iwata famously. He took a pay cut. So they didn't have to lay people off, and people respected that because it showed, hey, guess what? We're not chasing we're not so cornered in narrow-minded focused chasing profit and being like, yeah, we'll give a bunch of you, let a bunch of you guys go, and then you guys are worrying, am I going to be here in 6 months? Am I going to be here or not? It's like, no, they take care of their employees. They're doing all this stuff, and like there's stuff that has come out about Miyamoto where they will like I believe they pick him up and drive it, have a car service for him to and from work because they respect him and he has done so much great work for them. This is nice to see that it's like, hey, you know what? If you're looking and you can get into Japan in the Japanese gaming market, if you can get into Nintendo, they're just willing to go 10% raise. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say that is definitely great. And also from what I've heard, it's not just in Japan. It's like even in the US and other countries that they're in, they actually never lay anyone off. Even though in the US it's very common to get laid off in general. Apparently from people I've heard that have worked there, they have said it's like, yeah, they never lay anyone off at all. So definitely in comparison to how a majority of the other gaming companies are, I'd say Nintendo still is the one of the many bright spots in this industry. So I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad they give a shit about everyone, especially during this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because all you're seeing left, right, and center is one studio, another studio getting closed, another and it's happening on both sides. It's happening on Xbox and it's happening on PlayStation. But you don't see that here, which is good news, and it's good to see that they really like their that they not like, but that they take care of their employees.
Yeah, and especially though, what that quote Burley said about Iwata, that was during when they were at their absolute worst with the Wii U, because the Wii U was such a failure that they genuinely, I've heard that the Switch didn't do well. Once they finally released it, they might have actually shut down, or at the very least, they would have gone the route of Sega and just not make consoles anymore. But thankfully, it worked out, and things have been good for Nintendo. Still have criticisms on how they do some things sometimes, but in comparison to the rest of the industry, I still think, they're doing all right in my account.
So
I don't think.
Sorry, I was going to say. So what you're saying is I should get a job there.
If you can, if you
get
can.
a job there. We should all get a job there.
Yeah, we should all get a job there.
Nintendo. We're willing to work with you. You DM us.
Especially me.
You were gonna say Merple?
If Nintendo, if we have to get rid of Merple to balance things out, and you work with us, we're open to it.
Yeah, that's so mean.
I see what that is. Send me as a sacrificial lamb. I see how it is.
What were you gonna say, Merple?
Oh, sorry. I was about to say, Nintendo don't tend to buy gaming developers like left, right, and center, like what Xbox did and PlayStation 2 point. Oh, you didn't do so well. We gotta lay you off now.
Mhm.
No, they'll buy people. They'll use a studio for like 20 something years of helping them do remakes and ports. They are very specific with their developers and the studios they work with, and they bought one that they had worked with for like 35 years a few years ago, and we're like, you know what, you do a lot for us. Let's just bring you in house. Let's spend the money. They're very strategic with their money.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't just buy as I'm going to get you, and you, and then 2 years later, oh, we're going to lay half of you off.
Yeah.
Versus to Sony, be like, buy 50. I'm throwing out a high number. It's not actually how much they buy 50 companies, and then they lay off half.
That's Xbox.
That was Xbox.
Yeah.
Especially during Phil Spencer's tenure.
Which is good. This is actually really good news. I like Fry said, I don't agree with everything that they're doing, but this here, I definitely do agree with them. I do like what they're doing. Please let me work for you, Nintendo.
I mean, you got a job already. You can't have it.
But I will still take it.
No.
This is what it's called culture. This is culture. Japanese culture is, I know sometimes this weird stuff that they do, but one thing that the Japanese have in terms of culture that is perceived, at least, is they like to take care of their own. Either it's old, sickly, they like to take care of their own. And this is showing that they see their stuff not as stuff, but someone that's building a home, So I'm seeing that way. Like what happens in America, okay, which I know Sony is Japanese. I know it's weird saying this, but I think Sony is much more Americanized than Nintendo.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They've become more Americanized because their main headquarters is in California now.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that information. I didn't know that. But what I'm trying to say is they are going for the values of their American culture, which is money, right? They want money. They need to give money to their shareholders. When you go to Nintendo, yes, they have their shareholders, but their shareholders, they value, because they do understand that the money that they have, it's because of those people that are working. Their mentality is, if those people don't work well, because you can have people that work bad, but if those people don't work well, I won't make as much money as I'm making now. My business won't grow. And in the future, I won't be able to take care of them. That's their mentality. So looking at this, yeah, hire me, Nintendo. I'm not free, but I will if you want me. I'll do that. Don't worry about that. No, but it reminds me, a few years ago, Leah sent me a job offer from Nintendo, to be like a call center. I should have taken that job. Would get a paycheck now.
I will gladly be one of those people that wears the monitor thingy and just be a crash dummy. Please don't take me.
Yeah, you want to be a crash dummy? I've heard Nintendo is preparing cars. You can be a crash dummy in cars.
If he's wanting to be a crash test dummy, I've got a few ideas for some future videos.
Oh, Levi, save me. Oh, he's asleep. You don't.
Levi's like, I ain't getting in the minute. But we actually have some more Nintendo news and some positive news, and I know Kirok is going to be at this here.
So I'll say my thing on it. So they announced Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2. I believe August 11 is the release date, and
It is.
it has been confirmed that it is a game on cart, base game on cart.
Ooh.
So it is not a game key card, and it is not a code in the box, which is kind of strange because not too long ago they released Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch 2 and the anniversary edition of Skyrim and the anniversary edition of Fallout 4, and those were codes in a box, not even game key cards. So you open the box and you got a code. You got a piece of paper with a code. So the reason I kind of felt this was fitting was because it is something that you get to keep and own and have in your collection. And then if you decide, you can sell it, you can lend it to a friend physically, you can do what you want with it. It is something you have. When the stores go down 10 years from now, you could still pop it into your device and potentially play it, depending on if there are updates to make it work. Anyway, so I'm super happy about this. I think it's great. I actually went in today at EB Games to pre-order it, but they were like, yeah, it's not even showing up on my system yet. So I'm going to call them on Monday and see if I can get them to pre-order a copy for me. I'm definitely going to get it.
Yeah. Just to let you know also, Kirok, it is apparently sold out on Amazon and other storefronts. So that could be that could probably be part of the reason why.
Wow.
Now that I think about it.
You could always check with good old VGP.
Yeah. I go there to get a bunch of my games too. So
yeah, and they do have a 5% off code going for this weekend. So save yourself a little bit.
This might be something that will probably make Leah scream at me. Hi, Leah. This would be the game that I will buy a Switch 2 for.
Really?
Yeah, but there's so many good. Come on.
Not even Pokemon.
This is a great game. Come on.
my very first Elder Scroll game was actually Skyrim, but then my friends like, you gotta play Oblivion. They done so many stuff that was like, especially the blades. They done them so dirty in Skyrim. Play this one. I was like, okay. I played it. I was like, oh my god. Now I want to go back and play all the other ones. But I just don't care for all the other Switch 2 titles. So when I saw this, I was like,
not yet. You don't.
Switch 2. Well, yeah. If they come out with other cool, because I'm sorry, I do not care about the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake.
Boo.
Boo.
It will.
Okay, I have to do. There we go. I had to mute.
Yeah.
We do not agree with Merple's opinion there.
No,
After this episode's recording, don't worry. Merple will get a talking to. Nothing else will happen.
What was that you said about Zelda?
Guys, next episodes we won't have a physical version of Merple. We're gonna have a digital version.
It'll just be
someone who
Merple
can control.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'll unmute him.
Okay.
Hello, Merple.
Merple, what's your hate with Nintendo? Like the showcase is 2 out of 10. Now you don't want Legend. What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with Ocarina of Time? It's one of the greatest games of all time.
I have no doubt that it's going to be great. I just already own it, and
but it'd be shinier now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just didn't. I guess it's because they didn't show off enough that it just didn't wow me. I'm like, oh, cool. Next.
Look.
But
Look. The thing is, I'm not saying this is a bad game. Okay,
Right,
I know it's a historical game, but this is Nintendo. What is the fun of playing these types of games? Skyrim, this one.
I think it's, if I had to answer that, I would say it's an open world. Plus, you get to role play, and you can roll characters that if you say, "Hey, I want to be a magician or a sorcerer," you play as a sorcerer, and you kind of stick to that. It's role playing. Otherwise, you might go, "I want to be a thief, and so I'm going to do everything bad and evil. Like there's all kinds of ways you can play it, and that's what I love. Even as
And the whole guild, the different guilds in here, and the guild storylines, and like the baseline storyline in the game is great, and like you have
guys, no. The fun of playing these games are mods. That's the fun part.
Oh.
Are you gonna do that on Nintendo Switch?
No,
too? You
no.
think they will
I
let you
don't.
do
I
that
don't
on
mod
Switch?
my games.
No,
No.
but
I've never modded Oblivion, but like
no, but,
Yeah.
but one of the fun things, especially on Skyrim,
Yeah,
what
you can
gave
mod,
a
yeah.
long life to Skyrim, for example.
Yeah,
It's mods. You can do these with again.
I
you can do
agree.
these on the Oblivion as well. I know you can, and you won't. I'm pretty sure they might give you a mod here or there, right? But
Mhm.
you won't be able to mod Link as your main character. Nintendo's gonna sue the hell out of you if you try to do that on the Switch
Yeah.
too. I'm pretty sure you can do that on the PC version of this game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you would buy a Switch 2 to play this game?
Yep.
It is the wrong game because on the Switch 2 you won't be able to max out the fun in this game because Nintendo itself is not going to allow you to do that. It's great that it's physical. There's a cartridge. Considering the news that we know recently, this is it deserves a round of applause. To be honest, deserves because they're not running away, especially considering that the previous games that they released was a code. So I'm very happy to see this. But Merple, this is not the game that sells a Switch 2. But sells a Switch 2. It's a Legend of Zelda. It's a Mario. It's
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
The Donkey Kong
Yeah,
Bonanza. There's so many freaking
Pokemon.
games.
Yeah.
The Pokemon, I forgot about Pokemon, but they're shit. There's so many games to play a Switch too, man. Saying that, my Steam Deck is on sale now, and I'm gonna buy a Switch 2 after. So, yeah.
All right.
Not to play this game, Merple. To play Legend of Zelda.
I just much rather take this on to go. Like I have it on PC, but I much rather take this one on to go than Zelda.
Take it on the go. You want to buy mine? It's in good condition.
Just take it with you, Merple. Put it in your backpack.
No, I'm happy to see this come to the Switch 2. I love Oblivion, is my favorite of the Elder Scrolls games, and this was a great remaster. I played it on PC thanks to Kirok when this came out, and it is a great game. You are a trophy hunter. This is an easy platinum, easy trophies. It's these games you can get lost and easily just put time. I love to see that. I would have been okay with the game being on a game key card, but to show that they put this all on the cart like Cyberpunk, it's just the DLC like the Shivering Isles and stuff you have to download. That was the only thing, and it's like, you know what? That's fair. I will take that over, a 4 gig card and you're downloading 60 to 70 gigs on the console.
Right.
So you know what?
Yeah.
It's good on this is Xbox. Remember, this is Microsoft that owns this. So you know what? They're trying to get some good news after all the crap they've done and stepping on rakes. So it's nice to get some good news. And to keep up with the good news, we have some good news here, and I know a few members here are going to be very happy with this. First, we're just going to show the Twitter post here. The studio, like a gleaming katana, get the physical disc version of Onimusha Way of the Sword. Available in standard or steelbook edition. Contact your local retailer for your availability. So yes, it is coming. It is going to be on disc and on Switch 2. It is a game key card. Where I actually have the game pre-ordered was on Switch 2, and I'm kind of glad I did with later news that we got coming. But it is nice to see, and that they have also moved up this release date, because it was supposed to come, I believe, September 24th. It is now coming September 4th, day after Blood of the Dawnwalker. And from what little I have played of the demo, this game, it runs and plays great. But I've only played the first one besides this one.
Yeah, we know. It's okay.
Fry's
I love
gonna
you,
make me play
Capcom.
this.
Yeah, I will. I love you, Capcom. You're my friend now.
Capcom is doing great this year.
Mhm. They're on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I do have the physical Steelbook pre-ordered, so that I'm looking forward to. I'll definitely be there day one supporting. Merple will play it, complain about it, but he'll play it.
Fry's just gonna throw it at me and be like, "Play it,
I-
damn you!"
And then I'll throw it at Burley too because he's going to play it as well.
I have
Yeah.
the Switch 2 Steelbook version pre-order.
I'm
I
not-
remember
I'm not
when I
pro-
did it, I sent
pro it
Fry a DM and said I did a bad thing, and Fry's like, "No, you didn't do a bad thing. You did a good thing."
Yes, you did. You
You're
did.
just gonna see a
Yeah.
game cartridge come at my head and go tunk. Play it.
I've never played any of the Onimusha games. Is this a continuation or a remake?
Yeah, continue. Yes, and
I-
I'll say yes and no because it is a different character and a different story, but
I-
it is
Mm.
it is part of the same franchise.
I think, because this is no coincidence in my opinion, I think it might be related in a sense to Onimusha 4 Dawn of Dreams, because
Mhm.
they are releasing that game on PlayStation Plus, like on the extra tier. They are
Mhm.
releasing that game specifically. You know, you already have 1 and 2 free for some reason. I'm gonna say image rights they haven't remastered free,
Yeah, it's
and now they're
pretty
doing
much theirs.
4. Yeah, that's pretty much it's because of probably genre no maybe. Maybe it's that, and then 4 did end with the cliffhanger.
Mm.
4 did end with a cliffhanger. It was at that time they were doing some post credit scenes, and basically, sorry to spoil this, but basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's Tokugawa. He is possessed by the Oni. That's how it ends. So everyone is expecting, and he was a character that helped you. It's feudal Japan. You'll know the story if you know it's the story of the game is based on feudal Japan, and if you know the story, you'll understand what happens. And so I'm thinking it's going to connect. I think it's going to connect. I'm not gonna say heavily, but maybe there's gonna be a light connection to 4 at least. I think.
Yeah.
Because
Got it.
I'll be honest, I don't know how they can make a Onimusha game without Somanosuke, which is he's the main character of 1, 2, and 3, and he's in 4 as
He was
hidden.
in 1 and 3, not 2. That was
He
2
wasn't in 2?
was yeah, 2 is Yobin.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Yojimbo,
You're right.
I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you're right. But like he's the face of the franchise. Let's put it this way. For me, he's the face of the franchise. I don't know how you could do that because he wasn't on the second one, and the second one is not considered the best not the best in my opinion.
So I can skip too.
No, you
Yeah,
should play
but
2.
No.
no, skip
you
two.
play
Yeah. No, skip two. It's okay.
No, he plays the whole
Uh,
franchise and makes an opinion on his own.
If I have to play both Life is Strange, both of them, you got to play that one.
And
Yeah.
this one. And then the other one.
Yeah.
And then the other one.
Yeah,
Play all
exactly.
of them. Play all of them.
Yeah.
I don't want any of this heat. You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
handle yourself.
But,
Anyway, I think they're doing this game. Wolverine is at the end of September, all right? It's right.
Uh,
middle of
15th.
September.
Mid,
15.
Yeah, the
mid,
middle.
Mid-September, yeah.
They it's not GTA they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid Wolverine. They want to come before Wolverine because I think if it is what it is that we saw, right? If that's the full, if the Wolverine game is like that, I think no one's gonna talk about any other game until November, until GTA comes out. In my opinion,
Unless you're me.
Unless you're- so I think they want to release before Wolverine, so they can sell copies to Fry, and then
Yeah.
Wolverine comes, and then Wolverine it's gonna take over. It's gonna take over TikTok, over YouTube. It's gonna take over a lot of things because again, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a great game. So, but this means they have the game ready. Maybe their production is ahead of schedule to be safe to
Mhm.
release this game earlier. And to be honest, that's that collection edition looks very good. It's a metal case, right? Looks
Mhm.
Yeah,
just solid
the
red.
sealed.
The steelbook,
Yeah.
yes, is that steelbook. It looks beautiful. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It does.
Yeah, might
Mhm.
go for that collection, to be honest.
You should.
Do it.
Hopefully-
Treat yourself,
hopefully-
Boo-Boo.
hopefully
Treat
Fry doesn't
yourself,
put
yeah.
steel case on me.
And it's
I'm gonna throw it. I
physical
would throw it
disc,
anyway.
right?
Oh,
It's,
God.
yeah,
Murphle,
complete physical disc.
Onimusha 4, Onimusha 5, this one, is a game that you should buy a Switch to play in. Not Oblivion.
Yeah. I like your thinking. Yeah, but
He's gonna get shit on by that opinion.
yeah. I mean,
I'm fine
yeah,
with that.
I can't wait to see the comments on this episode.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
Yeah. But
That's why
Just
I
to
said what I
add-
said.
like, we heard what you said exactly. So the only thing I would say also to add is there was the anime on Netflix, Onimusha. That
There's
is
an
where
anime?
this
Oh, I
main
didn't see it. I
yeah.
didn't see it.
Yeah, they I think came out in like 2022. That is where the main character in Way of the Sword, the new one, did debut technically. So I'm thinking that's where this game is more going to connect, besides just Onimusha 4. But
Mm.
yeah, the other reason they could have pushed it up besides competing with other games is they did it with Pragmata this year. They pushed it up like a whole week or two before.
Two
Back in
weeks, if
April?
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it could just be that it's ready. They
Yeah.
could just be ready to release it. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the other games releasing both in the middle and at the end of September played another part in that. But April was mostly not really packed, if I'm not mistaken, for this year. It had Pragmata and a few other games, right?
Yeah, April had a decent. It's not like September or September, where
Yeah.
you have things so many. Like I feel for Kirok for those 4 weeks when he has to do the We Do watch list because he's got to
Yes.
look through and be like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me with all of these."
It's gonna be.
Which, yes.
They're meant to
Yeah.
be like 5 to 10 minute episodes at the most. I'm gonna be like 45 minutes later, and your 19th game on the list.
For week 1 of September, we have 17 games here.
Yeah, which, shameless plug. Please check out the We Do watch list.
Watch list.
It's great. Kirok is the best.
Then we
Oh,
go
yeah.
into November. We have one game.
Oh, there's 3 games in November. There's 3. We got Barbie and Godzilla and GTA.
Maybe Zelda. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Barbie is getting rave
Bro.
reviews.
Bro,
Mhm.
if Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time comes out at the same time as GTA, bro,
Oh, that is.
no, I don't know how the hell. I don't know how everything's gonna hold on, man. Because it is. I know what GTA is, but Ocarina of Time is one, if not the best Zelda game. I don't know how, like, bro, people won't be able to decide between both games.
Oh,
So-
sure. For me, I'll be easy. Ocarina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get Ocarina over GTA personally, and I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet any money it'll be full game on cart.
Yeah.
yeah,
If-
yeah,
if,
that's
if-
true.
yeah, if it's a first party game, 90% of the time, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would say it's just an interesting thing to think about because you have a remake of of one of the most critically acclaimed games of its time, and probably the most anticipated game of the year that people are going to maybe fight given November. Be interesting to see how it works out given everything. So I'll be there to see it, but I would say I would have bought both if GTA was not $80 to $100. So
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing. Even if you manage to buy both, because people can buy both, you don't have time to play both. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, good
You-
Good
you
point.
can't.
True.
You can't. That's like it's impossible. Like you can't. Well, you can
Yeah.
have one here, but like you want to focus on one.
yeah, I
One
could-
controller, the dual sets in one, with Joy-Con in the other.
let's just mod controllers to be like so you can play the games, but like at the same time. On two different, just like 2 different consoles. So yeah,
Oh, here we go. We'll just get my Steam controller here.
here we go. Yeah, here we go. I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, I'm in the fire temple now. Sweet, I just killed that hooker. Okay, I think that's enough on Onimusha, or anyone else have anything?
Murple's gonna play it. I'm coming for you. I know you're up there.
Yeah, you're just gonna see a steelbook coming all the way from the US and the tunk in my head. Oh shit! Well, it looks like I gotta play it now.
Yeah. Dust off that PS5. Come on.
I'll definitely dust it off to play it.
Alrighty, back to with more Nintendo news. I know this one is more for me and a little bit of Fryman. Splatoon Raiders, they did a little direct in Treehouse event, and we're getting roguelike elements to it. And
That's cool.
I'm loving this. This is a single player game, but you can have like your friends join in with you online and join on in and do runs with you. And this looks great. I have loved Splatoon. Splatoon 3 is such good game, and this just looks gorgeous on the Switch too. Like, I cannot wait to see this. Put this on dock. Put this on my 4K monitor here, and just
Is that
just
a
see
manta
this.
ray?
Yeah, it's probably a man, right?
Yeah, no, one of the manta rays is your buddies. Splatoon.
Yep.
Oh,
But yeah. I think his name is actually Fry, if I'm not mistaken.
No. It's I think it's something else.
Oh yeah,
Fry's in
'cause
the name,
yeah, Fry is the little fish because there's small fry and big fry, yeah. But like, yeah, so this is taking from a lot of different Splatoon modes, like the was it Salmon Run and stuff like that, taking inspirations from that DLC from Splatoon 3 and just going full into it. You've got the different weapon types, which I do like they're keeping, because that is something I loved with Splatoon, of having the different weapon types and using them and finding and customizing and having like, okay, if I go with this type of gun, like, because they do some interesting things. Like they have if you remember the old light gun from the original Nintendo, the Zapper, they have that as one of the weapons in Splatoon 3.
Way.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually a pretty good gun, from what I remember. Like they do stuff like that, so and do the different specials and all that stuff. It is like, oh yeah, I like this. We can do upgrades. I love roguelikes. I love Splatoon. Like this is a day one. I have this pre-ordered and it's on the cart. I cannot wait to play it.
And those difficulty options are hilarious. Taurus.
Oh yeah.
I dig that.
Yeah, tourist, raider, or survivalist.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm glad to see Splatoon still going strong, but also just I've been kind of wanting this, like a mostly pure single player fleshed out campaign, because a lot of times the campaign in the main games has just sort of been like, okay, it's here, it's not bad, but it's just kind of there to teach you the mechanics, and then you're going to go to the multiplayer and play with your friends. So it's just like, cool. But now it's like to have it actually fleshed out and to feel like a roguelike, and like Burley says, from the sounds of it, it has like drop-in co-op. It's like, all right, this is on my radar. I will be there. And then hopefully Splatoon 4 takes from this and gives us a really good polished single player and the already good multiplayer modes that it already offers to begin with. So I am excited. I will pick it up, and of course it's on the cart.
Nice.
I want to like this game, which is not on the card.
I've never played a Splatoon game. It's never been a series that attracted me, but I feel good to know that there is a series like this that is multiplayer and that it has a huge following and people love it, to the point where they obviously did well when they first released it, because otherwise they wouldn't be up to the number that they're at now. Right. So I just feel great knowing that this exists, even though it's not a game for me, mainly because it shows good health for the system and the game. I'm super happy to hear that. When you guys talk about it, I'm like sitting here going, maybe I should try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get inky, as they say.
Let's get inky. Yeah, that's a good thing. And like the thing is they do still have. They have what they call their Splatfest events, and a couple of streamers like me, Fry, and Alka and Nintenhawk, we'll meet up. We will do it on one of those days. We pick your team, and we just go for like 4 to 6 hours. And the thing is, like, I haven't played since the last Splatfest, but you can just get into it. The matches aren't long; they're 3-minute matches and stuff like that. It's just fun. Get in, play some matches, have some fun. And it shows like this is a new IP. The IP's been around maybe 10 years or a little bit older.
Right.
So it's nice to see.
10, yeah.
Yeah, like to have an IP it's had a few games, but like it came out on the Wii U, the first Splatoon.
Right.
The Wii U was not a big seller, but they liked the idea. Then the second game came on the Switch one, early on the Switch one. Then it was a good game, and then I'm hearing from people that 3 was the one that really broke the mold and really added a lot more and got it.
It's great to hear, man.
Yeah.
I never played it personally because
This is a game for you to get a Switch 2 for.
I normally don't play games like this anyways, but I am happy to see it is going strong.
I see you up there, god damn it. Yeah, Beef, that's right. Yeah, you deserve that.
What did you drop?
It was my phone.
Oh, good. It's nothing important.
Hey,
Because I always keep it on my lap because I always put it on silent when we're recording this. But
there's no risk of breaking your screen with those ones that you have. So yeah, those are the ones you should drop.
Yeah, the flip phones, yes.
But like I'm just happy to see that this game is still going strong. I don't really particularly like games like this, but it looks fun, it looks cool. I watch Elka play it all the time, and Burley obviously. And it's fun. It's fun watching it.
Yeah.
And it has a manta ray. So
Hey, you're forgiven.
manta rays are cool. And Fry's in the game, so
I've never played the game. I've seen Burley play the game, and it's not my type of game. Looks fun, but yeah, that's we need games like this. That they're long. It shows there's an interest of the public. It can't be. It's very important to have new IPs, but it's also important to maintain old ones. And despite being almost 10 years old, it's already old in our industry, and that they can still innovate, being on the third segment of the iteration. So that's on the third iteration of this IP. I think it's very very important for these things to happen. So yeah, very happy for them, and I hope for 4 and we can all play the 4 on the Switch too. Not humor.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed. Well,
You're not allowed.
yeah, you're not allowed after everything you keep saying.
That's fine. Dude.
Alrighty. Now we got one last Nintendo story. And this one is a rumor, but I think we all know this is probably going to be true. Rumor, Metroid Ravenous revealed for Switch 2 by ratings leak in Brazil, of all places. So, and people are speculating this is the next rumored 2D outing. And it's rated 12 or above. So, Merple, sorry you can't play or see this game.
Yeah. To add more context, it was part of Brazil's rating board, and a few of the documents leaked that showed that this was a game, as the title suggests, and it may be potentially coming this year because they only said 2026, but they also a few other rumors going around. It's not the only 2D Metroid game we're getting. We might be getting allegedly a remake of Super Metroid on Switch 2, potentially.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, and a lot of there's not much else info other than hopefully the developers of Metroid Dread are returning, because they were a third party by the name of Mercury Steam, who mainly did those Castlevania Lords of Shadow games on the PS3 and 360. So, but then inevitably they got picked up by Nintendo, and now they got to make Metroid Samus Returns, which is the remake of Metroid 2 Return of Samus from the Game Boy, and then the full new mainline title Metroid 5 Dread, and now maybe hopefully Metroid 6, which Yeah, I'm happy. I was a happy man because, again, Metroid is still that franchise, even though, as you see on the right with the featured games, it got a new game last year, finally, with Prime 4, which took too long, but thanks anyway. I'm just glad that Metroid is still getting love. And honestly, for me, it's like finding out what the topic of the show is that we're going to be talking about here very soon. This was the one thing that made me actually happy for a change. I'm like, oh, shit. I wish it didn't have to get leaked, but hey, fuck it. I don't care. I haven't seen the game as far as I'm fucking concerned, so I don't give a shit if it's getting leaked. I'm more excited for this than the Ocarina of Time remake, only because it's a remake. So, but I'll play either one. I'll play both. I don't care. But yeah, if a Super Metroid remake is in the works, then maybe a Metroid 7, and then inevitably a Prime 5, because that was also a rumor.
And a
going
Fusion
around.
Remake.
I'd buy a Fusion remake. I'm not complaining. I was happy. I was very happy. So I hope it's true, because I did hear it did get taken down as it was making the waves on social media. So generally, it's probably real. It's just when they announce it, it's just a matter of when, not a matter of how.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, I'm excited. Just anything Metroid would be nice, because I would like more Metroid games, please. All right, I'm done.
Nice.
I feel like Metroid is it's like a forgotten IP. Like, it feels like every other year you have a Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, a Pokemon, and Metroid feels like there's not a lot of Metroids per generation like you have the other games. So I think it's an historical IP. It has come since the early consoles. So yeah, betting on this and this is something I don't want to bring sex to the table, but being one of the first female main characters in a world where they tried to force Mary Sue on us, she is the OG. She is the OG female main character. They should bet more on her story and her character to sell more games instead of trying to force or I don't want to get too political on this, but don't try to Mary Sue women. We already have this one. You played with her, you get strong with her, and only at the end she's a woman, and that's the fantastic thing about this game. So yeah, I want to see more of this. I want Nintendo to bet more on Metroids, because they have fun gameplay and a very good story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like especially Dread. Dread was such a just a huge with what they did on that, and then that Dread was, I think, the highest selling for quite a while. Like, it boosted up the sales of the thing, and just they didn't just they send out Dread and it's done. They gave free content updates throughout the game after the first 6 months to a year, so it showed like, okay, people are buying this and people are supporting it. We will support it in back.
Yeah. Then, funny enough, because I believe it came out prior to, I think it was like Metroid's anniversary at the time, or kind of there. They did a lot more talking about Metroid than they've done with Zelda, which is pretty funny. And bear in mind, Dread came out in 2021, and I was following the marketing. They went full blown with that marketing. They didn't reveal much, which was good, but they just went for it and actually showed you, yeah, we mean business. We're serious about Dread, especially because Prime 4 was taking way too long to come out due to development issues. So yeah, they definitely they did their best, and I was glad with it, and thankfully it's done well. So we're getting more, even after Prime 4 disappointed. So yeah, I'm glad Nintendo's using this IP still. It makes me happy. No, Merple, for once I'm not going to yell at you to play this game. I've seen you play horror games. This is the definition of you will get lost.
Yeah, yep. You'll definitely yell at me if I ever get lost.
I will yell at you in general, but I'll yell at you more now.
If I get lost in RE2, you're just I feel like you're just gonna materialize next to me and just slap me over the head.
You have a map
I
for a
have
reason, damn it.
I have Metroid Dread for the Switch 1, but I've never played it. The only Metroid game I've ever played was Metroid 4 Beyond. And I actually liked it quite a bit. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but I actually liked it quite a lot. But it's a different style game compared to all the others that I see. The others are all Metroidvania, like side-scrolling type, right?
Mhm.
Puzzle
Yeah.
solving.
Yeah,
That-
2D.
Yeah, that
2D,
was that was the point. They were with the original one on the GameCube. That was the kind of the point where they wanted to do Metro a 3D Metroid, but they wanted to do it its own way. They tried it they were gonna do it a different way, but like third person and all that, like over the shoulder. But then inevitably they're like, oh no, first person works because Metroid is about discovery and finding things. So first person was the direction they chose, and they made it work. I'd say the sequels, they're okay. The first one though was lightning in the bottle though for what it was going for. It could have been fixed in a few areas, but yeah, that was the direction they went. But seriously though, please play Dread. I will say you might miss some story. I mean, well, not to toot my own horn here. I beat it twice, especially on the hard mode. So sorry, Burley.
Yeah,
you were saying.
Okay, I was gonna say, Dread is much harder than the other 2D Metroids, but they have, like, if you want, they did add an extra hard mode, and I think they did add some stuff to make it a little bit easier. So if you want one, but I feel Dread's difficulty is more, it's more fairly challenge based, where it's just certain sections might take you a little bit more than you think, but when you do complete it, you're gonna get that dopamine hit and feel rewarded. But like if you want another one to check out, like Prime 1, the remastered on Switch 1, that's where the first of the 3D games, I can easily recommend that. Like you said, since you said Prime 4 you liked, try Prime 1. You will really like it.
Did you Kirok Effect Prime 4 though, or did you?
No, I never even opened it. It's still sitting on my shelf, sealed.
Did Dread or Prime 4?
No, Dread.
I was at no. I was asking.
I finished. Sorry,
Okay,
then I got confused.
okay.
I did finish Prime 4.
Okay, I was just curious.
Metroid Prime 4. It is Metroid Prime 4, right? Yeah, I did finish that.
Yeah, but the other 2D games, it's like with the Switch Online service. Yeah, you can play the original if you want. You can play the remake, which is Metroid Zero Mission, on Game Boy Advanced app. And then the original Super Metroid's there, and Metroid Fusion, which Dread is the direct sequel to Metroid Fusion. Just so if you're curious, because this is a fifth game where it's an ongoing story, but I don't think it won't be too bad. You just might miss a few things is all. But they do have a sort of recap if you ever play Dread. That kind of gives you a base idea of what happened leading up to this game.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty, and now I know this story here, Boo especially is going to have some stuff to say. Final Fantasy VII Revelation, we're all looking forward to it. Leak reveals 7 DLCs and story expansion paths.
Like, how many DLCs?
7.
7.
Yep,
Wow.
7.
Yep. Yeah. So, like, the leak list includes the standard version of the game, the premium edition, and then the premium plus edition. So,
Give me the premium plus edition. I want that one.
No, it's premium plus max.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes. It's like, oh my, seriously. Like, I'm not surprised that they're gonna put stuff like, remember when we had the deluxe editions that gave you the steel books and stuff like that for remake and rebirth, you got extra cosmetic stuff and extra, like, hey, you got this bangle and a couple materia and one summon materia. Start the game out with. So I'm not surprised, and they know since this game is going everywhere day one. There is no, so you can go to PC, you can go to PS5, go to Switch 2, go to Xbox if you're one of 5 people that buys games on Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Kirak.
Yeah. I'll briefly say this because I'm sure Fubu has a lot to say. Maybe Merple too. The thing is considering that this is the final game that's going to tie up the story, my first thoughts, despite how many DLCs there is, the fact that they're doing this makes me feel, because it's been rumored, that it's not only going to tie up the original story, the DLCs are going to be used to also tie up other elements from the expanded universe, such as Dirge of Cerberus and maybe Advent Children, and maybe throw in more fan service for Crisis Core if they wanted to. That's my initial impression, thinking of like, okay, that's what they're doing. They're just going to fully branch, get the expanded universe stuff in here, because they've already been doing that with the other two, especially with certain characters, and then addressing certain plot holes that even Crisis Core had, which was what happened to the character Cisne, and now we found out in Rebirth, and also a few things with other characters. So that's my initial impression. My only concern is if this could be a Final Fantasy 15 situation where that game had such a bad development cycle because it was meant to be a different game and then became 15. Part of me is hoping that this DLC is not going to mean the main game is incomplete and they have to later make a fully complete edition or DLC to subsidize the fact that they had to launch this game early to make a deadline and how much money they spent. That's my biggest concern hearing this, but I'm going to assume it's not. I'm going to assume positively it's not that. It's just more fan service to tie up into the already expanded universe that we had originally before the remakes happened.
Can I go? I don't want to get interrupted.
No, go.
I was gonna say to top it off, maybe they might try to tie in the old games. Maybe I just treat the remake as its own thing, its own universe.
Fair enough. What do you think, Burley?
Oh, I think let's let Fubu be unleashed here.
Let her rip. Let her rip.
All right, I'm good.
Okay.
Burley's like,
Okay.
yeah.
Story expansion.
Hang on, I'm gonna go make some popcorn.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. I think story. I don't think the game is going to be incomplete, because I think it would suck for them to do that, because we already know the base final, the end of the story. We know how the story ends, in the sense because it's based. Well, okay. There's some people
1 in 5.
1 in 5, exactly. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. No, but the thing is, I think when they say story, I think they want to say post end. Like, what are the characters doing? They might do an Advent Children chapter, which is, I'm not saying it's the best movie, but as a Final Fantasy fan, I really enjoy Advent Children. And I'm getting interrupted, so I'll be right back. Merple, you take it. Do take it from here.
Yeah. Well, let's hear it, Merple.
Actually, I have a question for Merple regarding this, because you had made it clear on previous episodes that we've done that you're not a fan of the whole remake of Final Fantasy VII, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Mainly because I feel like I understand with remakes. Burley's like, I'm gone, see ya.
No. It's more like I just need to stand up and stretch.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that too.
You said something about it not staying true to the.
I understand with remakes they can't be 100% faithful. When I heard that they were going to make a remake of this, I was like, cool, I'm excited for it. I fully knew that they were not going to be 100% faithful, because you kind of can't when you do a remake, because obviously this was made back in
95, 97. 97?
97, I think.
I think I'm gonna look it up. Keep
Yeah,
going.
it's 97.
97.
Okay, like obviously, like stuff that was back in 97, and I will full on admit this. Back in 97, there was things that there could have been jokes that they could have said, stuff that they've done that flew back then. Now,
Right.
don't. So I don't care about those changes. Like the stupid argument I made, I heard that someone made it was they got upset. It's like, oh, they got rid of Sid's smokes. I'm like, cool, I don't care. But I was just not a fan that it seemed like they changed way too much to
Got
the
it.
point that I look at this as it's good. Like I said, take your knowledge away from Final Fantasy VII. Take away all of that. It is good. It's a good game.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
But knowing, like, because it was my first game, I dearly love Final Fantasy VII
Yeah,
because
I
it was a
gotcha.
game. It was a game that I played with my sister, and it was another game that also really helped me learn how to read. Because spoilers, I'm bad at reading. I have a disability in reading, so like sitting down with my sister and like her helped me get with the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is what the word is. Try to sound this out. I'm still bad at sounding out words too. It kind of has a lot of like nostalgia for me. And that's why I played it with.
It has a dear spot in your heart. I get it.
Yeah, because like there was not very many games that me and my sister sat down and played without her kind of wanting to slap me over the head.
See, but here I get what you're coming from because
Yeah.
I never played the original.
Mm.
And when they announced these coming out, I was like, oh, here's my opportunity.
Yeah.
And to me, it makes no difference, but I can totally
Yeah.
understand how if it's not the same, it would kind of steer you off of it a little bit.
Yeah,
And like
and it is and it isn't though, because spoilers, they took it in outside of the first game. They took this whole thing into a different direction. They
Yeah.
did not want to be a straight up remake. They wanted it to be a quasi remake, quasi sequel, quasi reboot,
Right.
and all this other shit.
So I'm hoping that they don't kind of air quote retcon the ending. They change it in a way, but they still kind of also is like, okay, we're gonna change it to make it maybe a little bit more coherent on what happened than how it happened. I'm not going to say the ending of it.
Yeah, I got you. Let Fubu finish what he was saying.
I will let Fubu.
I think he's
it's
no, it's all
not
good.
your fault. It's not your fault. Yeah, and I was saying that I think when it said the story, I think that it's going to be more of post game. They can give chapters for Advent children. If Vincent proves to be the fan favorite that he has always been, they might do his adventure in Dirge of Cerberus like they did with Yuffie. Like on the first, on the remake, you do have a DLC where you play with Yuffie, and that's completely new because you never did that in the original game. But you're getting bits and stories that is connecting. This is important to Dirge of Cerberus, because the main bad guy in the Dirge of Cerberus, in the DLC with Yuffie, is the main bad guy in Dirge of Cerberus. So there is that little bit of story. There is a little bit when you finish Crisis Core. There's also, it seems like it's Nero because you can see the white hair and he has the white hair. So there is like a side story all involved. Also, you see Genesis on the Crisis Core post credit. So there is a lot of things that it's not main story. You know, it's not. It doesn't affect Sephiroth. You do have a lot of side content, and I think it's going to be that to close some gaps. Other things that I think it's going to happen because they introduced the fit system. I am 100% sure this is going to happen. There is going to be jobs. There's going to be jobs that you can get by getting the expansion, the season pass in this case. Like you're going to get different variations, skins. Okay, skins, that's okay. Instead of blue, it's white, whatever. But I'm sure there will be specific jobs that you will download with the season pass that not going to improve, it's going to expand your experience with the game. Because improve and expand, it's two different words. And I think that's what's going to be. Story related, I think it's to complement those side stories with Nero and Crisis Core, not regarding the game is gonna end. Hero, cover your ears. You can't listen to this. This is closed.
Wait, my headphones are still.
Just take the headphones off.
It's gonna end by destroying the meteor. That's it. We're gonna destroy the meteor. We're
Okay.
gonna defeat. We're gonna defeat Sephiroth. We're gonna save the world. We might then see post credit. Because there's always also a mystery. There is a very big mystery since the original Final Fantasy, which is Nanaki, which is the dog. He's not a dog, but it looks like a dog. He is the last of his species. Okay.
Allegedly,
But
that's what he thought.
allegedly, exactly. Thank you. That's the right word, Marple. Allegedly, he's the last of his species. That could be another story beat, a DLC post game, where you play as him, and you find out about, oh, maybe there's one from my race over there. Let's go check, and it's a female, and that explains how 100 years later, which is a post credit scene
I'm
from
not
the
gonna say
original.
that because this could be a spoiler.
No, I have to. The game's really old, so it's Kirok's fault.
It's almost 30 years old. Just
Yeah.
say it.
Fine, it's fine. I'm good.
There's a plot point in the old game about Red 13.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but basically, and then he shows up at the end, like 100 years later, where Midgard is covered with grass, with nature, and he has puppies with him. I think 2 or 3, and that's always been a
it's 2.
mystery.
I believe.
Too. Yeah, but that's a mystery. Like, if he's allegedly the last of his species, where did he manage? Like, does his species can create life on its own, which is something that happens in nature? There's a lot of questions. I don't think they're gonna go that way, but I think they will answer these questions that has OG fans like me questioning for the last 30 years. I think that's what it means. Story expansion is to complete things around the main story. That's what I would say that this expansion pass is going to be. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna find out. We'll talk about that next year.
Alrighty.
I'll
think-
get it, but
Yeah.
probably not play it right away.
Yeah. I'm just curious what it's in because we don't know anything about it. It's a shame we had to find out this way, but either way, they were probably going to have to say something. So
We'll hear something. We'll hear something next year. Let's just get into the topic of the show. The really down. Yeah. No one. No one has really been happy with this. PlayStation announced on Canada Day. On Canada
Of all things,
yeah. Physical disc production ending in January of 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation. So, you're put on a time limit to buy your stuff because, hey, January 2028, we ain't making it. And it pretty much all but confirms PS6 is going to be digital only.
Yeah.
You ain't
they
getting
shot themselves in the foot 4 times.
Yeah. Yes. Where no one's happened, but they've also announced, hey, we're getting rid of PS3 Online and the Vita storefronts. I'm not as surprised with that because PlayStation, they've had hacks, they've had problems. The PS3 store we know has not the most secure thing. You could look at it, just look at it like this, and oh crap, I broke in. I got admin. Like it is that one. Like, as I know people have gotten mad at that, I'm like, you know what? That one, I don't like that it goes away. Do not mistake it. I do not like that it goes away, but I'm not as surprised, and that one doesn't hurt me like, hey, we're ending physical media. And here's the thing. Sony owns the Blu-ray technology. They own the rights to this. They make money off this for the home video market. Xbox uses Blu-rays and stuff like that, so getting money off that. Sony charges money for third parties. So hey, EA, you want to put your EAFC on a Blu-ray? Give us money. You got to buy our Blu-rays. Come on, give us money. Give us money. The Sony has tried, like, hey, digital is such a higher number, so we have to do that. And it's like, no. Yes, digital, they make way more money. And remember, earlier in the year, there was the whole they got caught and doing the whole special pricing and stuff like that for discounts and stuff. This is about controlling for on their storefront. You have to buy from us. You can't buy anywhere else. You have to buy from us. We don't digitally a lot of their first parties. They will go on sale, but they will not go on the sale like they have physically. Like there have been tons of social media posts where they're like, "Oh, Astrobot is on sale, $30 physically." Go on the PSN store, it's $50. And it's like, and we also had the story of PlayStation removing over 500 movies because Sony didn't want to pay for the licensing.
Right.
So there's that front of you're not owning this because Sony could take this away, and Sony has removed games in the past. Like this, honestly, it just it pisses me off, and it's just like really you're going to just do this and think, yeah, we're doing this. Just accept it. You don't have a choice. You're going to stick with us. We know you're going to give us the money. And it's like, well, you know what, PlayStation, I had money. I have one bank account. I put a little bit of money away to, save for future hardware and stuff like this. I was saving for a PS6. Because I've been with PlayStation since the PS1. Have had a lot of great memories and played a lot of great games. You've just told me I don't need to have a PS6. I just need a PC and a Switch too. That's what you're telling me. And Wolverine, game I was excited for in September. You know what? I don't want to give you my money. You know what I'll do? I'm not buying it day one. I will let someone else play it, get their platinum trophy in it, trade it into a GameStop. I go give GameStop by the used copy because you don't get the money on the used copy. Cut you out of that, and I'll support GameStop so that way they can help stay afloat. Because with PlayStation go out of physical in under 2 years, GameStop is in real trouble. They've been in trouble for years, but you're just tightening the noose on them.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not necessarily a big GameStop fan, but there's hundreds of thousands of employees you're just royally screwing that now have to start figuring out, okay, I got to either get another retail job or get out of retail and go try and get somewhere stable. Here's the thing also, Sony. Do you not notice the market and the economy that is? Here in Canada, we are in a technical recession if you go by our Prime Minister. We're in a recession. I don't go for that whole technical crap. We are in a recession. Food prices at an all-time high, and just everything keeps rising and rising. You think people are going to go to your PS6 and guaranteed, because there's rumors like 2027 this might launch, or 2028, if not a little later. Prices for hardware are still going to be insane. I'm not paying over $1,000 Canadian for a console where I don't have a disc drive, and who knows if it's going to even be backwards compatibility. Like, because if I can't do disc drive for it, does that mean PS5 and PS4 games are going to be still downloadable, or are you just guys going to be like, because there's the rumor they have that handheld, which is basically a portable, low-powered PS5, and be like, no, you got to buy our handheld. You got to buy our handheld. It's like, no offense, you've now lost me. I don't really want to spend money on your platform. I'll pay for what I've already paid for, but like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I was going to get the physical. I have it pre-ordered at GameStop for the physical PS5 version. I'm about to cancel it. I've got it in my Steam cart. I'm just playing a bunch of Steam games earlier today, and I'll be doing it over the weekend. Get some more Steam trading cards. Make Assassin's Creed Black Flag cheaper. Use that hack, everyone. And give Ubisoft and Steam the money because you decided to get greedy. Blood of the Dawnwalker. I have the PS5 version pre-ordered through Best Buy. You know what? I can get it through CD keys way cheaper for the Steam version. My computer can run it. Guess what? I'm doing that. I like having physical stuff like this, but if you're going to do this shit, I think we are just going to be okay with it. And think, you know what, you can just force us and we're just all going to go, yes, Sony, yes, Sony. And then Sorry, I know I'm talking log here, but
That's okay.
I've got a few articles here thanks to Kirok and others here. This is something Xbox is actually doing a really good move here. Reportedly testing a way to digitize your disc-based games where if you put them in your system, it will give you the license in a downloadable version of this game so you have it in your library to keep your library so that way you can just start being like, hey, as physical, you could still have these. And the one other thing here and I love the image for this article here. If you know me, it's very on brand, I'll say. Oh no, did I pick the wrong one here?
I don't know.
Because one of them's got like a King Homer.
It's the one. It's a game. It's a GameSpot one.
The one
think.
just didn't.
Oh, it didn't load. Interesting.
It didn't load, but it has the King Homer. If you know the Simpsons thing, Nintendo could inherit the physical gaming crown by default. Yeah, because Microsoft has had it where they are not. They're cutting back on the Xbox Series generation. There were tons of games they didn't print codes. They didn't print the disc in there. It was a code in the box, and it's like, no, I'm not for that. I've always hated the code in the box. Whenever I've heard is a code in the box, it's a okay. I'll just buy that digitally or just get that on another platform. And it's like Nintendo, for all their wrongs and of their game, like having the game key cards, they at least try. They're trying with physical. And you know what? You know what they also do? They've realized with this generation with the Switch 2, hey, you want the game digitally? We'll knock off a little bit up front of you buying it digitally because we don't have to produce the physical stuff in the cart.
Right.
Sony ain't gonna do that. Sony's like, fuck you, give me fucking money. Because you know God of War for Lafe, that's gonna be an $80 title. That's 80 US dollars. Guarantee it. Not
for me. Not for me.
Well, I'm just saying that's what that's what they're gonna go for. They're gonna try the 80 USD and see, because they're like, we're like Rockstar, we're cool, we're badass.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens with the remake trilogy as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I think that's enough of me rambling and angrily. You all take it away now.
I'm very upset about this because, like, there's still, while yes, a large portion of their player base is digital, but I couldn't find the article, or like, I believe there's like, I think it said 20% of their player base still buys physical.
Yeah, that's been debated a little bit, but
I would say roughly 20%. It could be higher, it could be lower. That's, well, yes, roughly 20% might not sound like a huge deal. It's still a huge deal in a sense, because like that's allegedly 20% of your player base just gone. In a like, and there could be people that buys digital games. They're like, they could still see an issue with. Oh my god, the Homer.
Sorry, I had to. I made mention of King Homer. I gotta be. I had to get it.
Like, I even talked to like my own personal friends that tends to buy digital. They're like, yeah, man, we're done, because like, yes, we buy digital, but like the fact that they're taking away the option for the player, for like the fans, to buy physical or digital, and they're forcing you like, nah, you gotta buy digital. And also, like, if you look back in the day of what they have done with like physicals in general, like your collector's editions, they had cool things in it. Well, we're not going to have that collector's edition no more. Like, I have a collector's edition of Ragnarok. If that went all digital, which, yes, I know there was code in the box, but that's not the point.
Could still do that too. That's the other thing.
They could still do that, but then people would still be like, well, what's the point? Sure, you get cool things, but we don't get an actual game. Like, a lot of people tend to buy these collectibles editions to not only get a physical game, but other physical stuff. Like, I'm just really upset, and I do feel like this might backfire on. I know it's already backfiring on them, but like, didn't they try this with another one of their consoles? and it backfired on them badly.
That was Microsoft with the
Right.
Xbox One.
Okay, it was
and it
okay. It was
backfired
Microsoft.
hard. It backfired enough they lost that whole generation. And have
Yeah.
been losing
Yeah.
since.
Yeah, like I know this is coming out in like.
Thank you, Don Metric, for that.
What did it come in? It's going to say they're going to do this.
2013.
20.
Oh,
No, not the Xbox one. The
2028.
2028.
2028.
I feel like they might change it if they get enough pushback of their player base to the point that people might just drop them left, right, and center, not buy their games. Not, I think people are already dropping their PlayStation Plus subscriptions.
Oh, yeah,
They could be like, all right, we're losing now way too much money. Like you know, your player base can make or break a company in a sense. Of like people could be like, well, we're not gonna support you. Why should we support you if you're going to go down this route? You're not caring about your fans, especially because like you can easily go and yoink games literally out of the like your library. If they don't want the game no more, they don't like the game. Oh, we're going to yoink it out so you can never play it again. Oh, and we're not going to reimburse you the money. Sorry, they already done that with movies. I can't remember the date. Or certain movies, like I think.
I mean,
over
that happened.
150?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, a lot. That was a
550?
lot more than that.
Yeah.
Purple.
Like 550, about that they just yoinked the movies out of your library. And I'm like, really? That sucks. It's just stupid. I do feel like they might get enough pushback that they might change it. Because there's already memes online of like Domino's made a meme. I think a bunch of other people made memes about it.
Yeah. Every person with a social media pretty much does not agree with them.
Yeah.
So
Well,
who knows?
and now-
They might change.
There's now a thing from Push Square here.
Yeah.
Disk drives are now limited to one per person. Sony acknowledges high demand.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Everybody's rushing to get one now.
Yeah.
yeah, because if you had a digital PS5, you're now like, okay, you see the writing on the wall, and it's like, okay, I want to get this, and now Sony's like limiting it.
Oh, hi, Lima.
Because people will scalp these.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the option, it's just like, with everything that's going on, we're coming to a gaming crash here.
Yeah.
High budgets and not enough returns and all the dumb decisions.
I mean, I hope that they'll change their mind once they see the enough pushback of their fans. They'll be like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Hopefully they'll change it, but
The only way that pushback is going to happen, I'm sorry to say, it's not going to be through a petition with people saying, yeah, bring back games. It's going to be me getting rid of my PS5s, canceling my account, not buying another PS5 game for the rest of my life, whether PS5, PS6, PS7, and not just me, because one in the mix is not going to make that big a difference. It has to be every one of their player base in order for them to go, whoa, what just happened? Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh
Otherwise,
yeah, you need a
if
high
10,000
majority,
people-
75% or higher.
if 10% of the people do that, they're going to be like, it's all right. The rest are going to keep going. Right? Like, let me make something really clear here. For me personally, I don't mind digital games. I'm okay with digital games. I have a freaking Steam library that's huge, and I haven't played all of them, and a lot of them are Kirok affected, right? But what I'm getting at is, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Merple, they are taking away the option. That's what if you lived out in the middle of nowhere, no internet? What are you gonna do? Well, Starlink.
and like I also saw like when I was scrolling on it was either Twitter or Instagram of doom scrolling, there was like one person that actually made a very valid point. I can't remember who they are. If I can find them, Kirok or whoever could throw it on screen in editing. Like what about mothers that like, you know, single mothers don't make a whole lot of money. They buy their games secondhand for their child. They go out to EB Games or whatever equivalent GameStop or game store and they buy it secondhand. Or a kid again can't afford the game, they borrow the game off of their friend.
Yeah, can't do any
If
of
it's
that.
all digital, then like those like and like you don't have to just be a single parent. You could this day and age, two people can't make enough money to live half of the time. Like trying to buy a game for their kid or kids, because some people has multiple kids, they can't do it because it's all digital. They can't go and buy a used copy for their kids, or a broke college student can't go out and buy a used game for just to play on their off time or whatnot. It will all be digital, and you're buying it full price. And here in Canada, it's pretty much like $100 to buy a game.
Well over.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like the $70 US is 101 Canadian, depending. Depending some of it with the tariffs and stuff.
Mhm.
And one thing that I hate with this digital also is that happened this generation is I remember it for this game, but there have been others. Forspoken, for example. When the game launched, it was 89 or 101 with tax for it physically. Were to go buy it on the PSN store, 94 before tax.
Oof.
So you're paying more because Sony could get that extra little bit of cash of you, and it's like, no, what are you gonna give me if I'm paying more than to get it physically? Like, what are you gonna give me a reach around or something here? Like you're gonna give me something for me to even consider. Like, they want to do this stuff so they can control and just increase, but they don't realize the amount of people that won't do it. And you brought up like low internet. I know people that have consoles and they don't have the greatest internet, but they have the physical disc, and you know what? It takes a bit to install and download the update files. Fine, once you get it done, it's done. But if it's digitally and you have to download, like for GTA, where that's going to be 100 to 200 gigs, or the next Call of Duty, it's like, okay, I'll leave my console on for 15 days, and then I'll maybe be able to download, play it. And then I pulled up this tweet here, as Fubu calls him his president. One French presidential candidate, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, has spoken up against PlayStation taking away ownership away from players. Video games are cultural assets, not mere merchandise. The law in force must apply to them. And it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
That says something, because I say he does not play a video game in a day of his life. But the fact that he's standing up for like, players, that's cool. Hats off to you, man. I don't have a hat on. It would have been cool if I had one on.
Yeah. I'll just quickly say, all the points here I agree with. There's one thing I will say, though, just to throw the wrench in here. It's like, even if Sony goes back, like they get enough pushback, just me personally, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to give them money, even if they go back and fix everything. Like, even if they give you an optional disk drive to play your PS5 and 4 games on PS6, or they make that thing $600 US, and they give us exclusives like all the time throughout its entire life cycle. No, the thing that's not being thought about too much is this. Right now, it's destroying consumer trust, especially digital, because, like we already said, they can easily take those licenses away, and you don't have any games, or you can lose your account and you don't have those games anymore, and you're not going to get a refund for any of them. So for that, it's like, yeah, they've lost my trust. Even if they go back, I'm like, no. I'm not gonna give you another chance. Like any abusive ex, you just have to walk away from it. So going forward, unless they not only do that but fully really reform, I might consider them, but I'm not anytime soon gonna buy a PS5 or a PS6. I'm not interested. I'll just stay on PC and Nintendo, and I don't think I'm gonna lose much. So yeah, it is what it is. Good job, Sony. I hope this is what you wanted at the end of the day, whatever this ends up being at the end in the long run.
Picture 3+ years, 4+ years from now, whatever the system they have, you have nothing. you don't have a thing I mean, you can have the console, however that console form, shape, and function will be, but you have nothing. Like, all you're going to be able to do is go buy a code, pop it online, download your game, and what happens when they release their next iteration of a console? Are they going to make it so that you can move everything over to the new console system, get upgraded? No, that's not going to happen. So it's gonna be a title that you have a license for that lives in that one console generation. And if they re-release it, or if they make a new version or something like that, then are you going to be able to just port it over, or do you have to pay again for it because it's an enhanced edition? Like, I mean, we kind of see that now, right? But you don't have a physical disc. You can't just, I could take older games, pop them into my PS5, PS4 games, and some of them will play, right? Some of them will play just fine, but that's not going to happen. I can't take my PS4 games and put them into PS7 or PS6, but it might be unrealistic for me to expect them to support that, over 2 or 3 console generations. But it's just so chopping it off. You know what I mean? It's just like, nope, this is it. We're cutting them out and you're stuck. And you can never do it again. Like, you cannot enjoy it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a little upset.
It would also make developers not want to make any of their games for PS5 or 6.
That would be one of them, but it would definitely it'd be a problem going forward, is all I would say.
Sorry, I know you want to, but let me just say one more thing. I actually added this to the notes that we had. I actually saw someone else on social media mention what I'm about to mention. But definition of stealing is to wrongfully take, keeping, or appropriate someone else's property or rights without permission, with the intent of permanently depriving the owner of it. They're ones and zeros. I cannot deprive them of that. But when it comes time that they take away the license, they deprive me of it and don't give me back my money. Right? I've still spent it. They've still made a profit. They're prospering on my loss. Not cool. I mean, you're probably going to see Sony have a huge... Well, Sony's basically going to have a massive target on their back with hackers and people who mod systems and stuff, and other people who are going to want to stick it to Sony are going to be like, yeah, bring it on, I'll do it. Really not cool. Anyways, go ahead.
Hey, the Steam machine doesn't look like a bad deal now.
Unironically, yeah.
Look, I'm on the same foot as you guys. I feel like I'm gonna stop on 5. I'm gonna stop on 5 when it comes to PlayStation, because a few weeks ago I told you guys, I was like super happy that I bought 3 games physically: Costa Yote, Resident Evil, and Crimson Desert. The only digital games that I have on my PlayStation are PlayStation Plus games. And the only game that's there that I bought with my money that's digital, it's the AFC. That's the only game. And the reason I buy it digitally is because a few years ago I had a bad experience with my PlayStation 4 where it was ejecting the CDs all of the time. So I was losing games because of that. And I said, online gaming, done. Only digital. Online gaming, I tried to get, unless it's something that I want day one, like Final Fantasy VII, I'm telling you right now, the next Final Fantasy VII, I'm getting it digitally because I'm a super fan. GTA, I'm not getting it digitally, and I'm waiting to see if they release a physical copy. I don't know if I'll buy 100 euros version of the game digitally. I don't want to buy it. First of all, I don't have enough room on my PlayStation to have that game. That's the first thing. I don't have enough room, or I might have enough room if I delete everything that I have and only have that thing in my console. That's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is exactly what happens with the movies, and you're watching what happened with the PlayStation 3 and the Vita. There's gonna be a day. There's gonna be one of my favorite games on the Vita. Okay, it's Valkyrie Chronicles 2. If you guys know what it is, it's a great RPG franchise. It never released physically in Europe. That's why I had to get it digitally, and I love that game. I have to download it now to my Vita or my Vita TV to have it there if I want to play it in the future, because if I wait too long, I won't be able to download. And even so, with the store closed, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play that game. I don't know if I'm going to be able,
Right.
because the store is closed.
Yeah.
The rights are done.
Yeah, if
I
it
don't
phones
know.
home.
Now, the thing is it going to be only Sony games, or are they gonna force it? I'm gonna be honest. I've heard so many things. It might be confusing me.
Mhm.
I do understand if the console is only digital, everything has to be digital. Okay, I get that point. But the way that it might be, and I'm going to be devil's advocate here, maybe they can make a physical, like a PlayStation with CDs, where you can put CDs, and only their games are going to be digital. So if a third-party studio makes a game and they make it on CD, it's going to work on the PlayStation 6. Only games that are from the Sony studios are going to be like the exclusives. Let's say an Uncharted 5, the next God of War. You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they weren't clear. I have to be devil's advocate at that point. They weren't clear, and I think they weren't clear on purpose to measure the gauge to see how people would react. Okay, that's the first thing. So I don't want to. Well, I already did jump, but I don't want to lead the hate bandwagon, which, trust me, I can. I don't want to lead the hate bandwagon because I don't know everything. Like, if they do give a digital only PlayStation 6, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm going to go Xbox. I'm going to go Nintendo. I'm going to go Steam Machine. I'm going to go somewhere else, because if I'm going to be forced to play digitally, at least I'm going to go somewhere where I will be able to get games cheaper. Because trust me, the PlayStation Network is not going to go down. You can go, I saw this, you can go to a Best Buy, buy God of War Ragnarok for $27. But if you want to buy it on the PSN, you'll have to spend $70. That's a big difference. That's more than double of the price. If you take physical games, hey, baby, the game's like 10 years old, but it's still $70. You'll have to buy it. No, I don't want that. I'm gonna go to the Steam machine, because the freaking Steam machine, I can go access the Steam store, and I'm gonna get a good game. I'll get GTA 6 in 5 years for 40 euros, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll buy this game. Like, okay, it's 5 years old, but it's cheaper on the PlayStation Network. It's never gonna drop. It's never going to drop. So yeah, I don't want to lead the hate bandwagon. I'm gonna wait for more information. But the way things are, they are not good. They already lost the next generation, especially if Xbox comes out and says, guys, you can use discs on ours, you can use discs, you don't need to worry about that. Bro, if Xbox, how's the name of the woman that leads Xbox?
Asha Sharma.
Asha Sharma, yeah.
If I was her, I would be right now live conference.
Yes.
Bro, that's how you fucking win the war.
I was like, why isn't Xbox saying anything? This is their moment to do what they did back in 2013 when they announced the Xbox One and they did the commercial with trading games. Xbox, she should be like on it, going behind closed doors. She should be talking to the heads and saying, hey, we're going to commit to a CD based system or some kind of physical based system for the next decade or whatever, 5 years. And then make some kind of stupid little, oh, by the way, do you want a CD? Here's a CD. Yeah, we got it. We got that. No problem. It would kill PlayStation right now.
No, it would. Look, what PlayStation did is moronic. And especially the timing of the news is the worst possible, because you have the news that PlayStation is removing 500 and something movies from their platform because of right issues. And what do those dumb fucks do? Hey, we're gonna go all digital. You're gonna lose all your games in the future, bro.
And they
It's
closed
like-
two digital storefronts too at the same
and they,
time.
bro, are you dumb? Because I'm thinking you're dumb.
Didn't Sony make fun of Xbox back in the day
Yes.
for saying
Yeah,
that they're
yeah.
going to go
That was the
digital?
thing Kirak was saying.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
now, it would be great if she comes out and be like, "Hey, remember you made fun of us? Ha! Now we can make fun of you."
Yeah, but they shouldn't do it that way. They should do
No,
it so it's
no, but-
implied.
yeah, it's implied. Yeah,
Mhm.
don't outright word it that way. Just
Yeah, just at their next like showcase, just be like, just so you know, this game is also available on disc. Just like every time they show trailers for new games.
Yeah, every
Just
time
make
they go
fun of them in a nice
world
way.
premiere available
Yeah.
on disc.
Oh yeah. You
Like I
can
said,
get
make fun of-
digitally and disc, and this article did come out just a couple of hours ago. It is saying that partners, because there's been a lot of people like limited run and stuff, and all people are taking shots at Sony, rightfully so, and I agree with all of them. Being like, especially like Larian was like, yeah, it cost us a lot of money to get Baldur's Gate 3 on physical, but it was well worth it in the consumer and the good PR and all that, and showing people we gave to people. Sony's like, no. If existing publishers want to do physical, we're willing to do print. And it's like past or January 2028. It's like, yeah, that's a small thing you're saying, but at the same time, you're telling us your first parties aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
And first parties aren't going to do it. And here's something like, I have defended Sony in this generation on stuff, but you know what? As we're getting close to the tail end, this generation, they made a lot of stupid decisions, and they're still not done learning them about. We need to chase live service. We need to have Fortnite. Throw billions into that, even though we could just make up tens with all the IPs we have, and we spend a tenth of that. We get a bunch of first parties of all our classic IPs reborn, and some of them will hit, some of them won't. We'll lose less money, and we'll probably make more money. It's like their games, the amount they've had this generation of first party, and for the first while, there weren't really any PS5 games. It was, hey, this is PS4, PS5. Like, besides the Demon Souls remake at launch, you had Ratchet and Clank that came like a year after the console came out, or within the first year. I can't remember if it was.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, so that was PS5, but a lot of stuff was, this is PS4, PS5, and it's taken so long to get a lot of these other games of theirs, and there's a bunch of their first-party studios, because we found out they're all in the live service and trying to get this. You've squandered it. Like, Naughty Dog, we have no idea when Intergalactic's coming. At this point, I believe it's a PS6 launch title, and they're not happy with Naughty Dog, but it's like, Sony has done a lot of stupid moves and wasted this generation. They could have, especially when Xbox has not had the strongest this generation with their games, if they would have came and had, some other stuff coming and more quicker, they have a lot of consoles. They're the top market in console sales right now with like 90 something million. They would have pushed past 100 million if you would have had, I don't know, another 3 to 4 big titles from your first parties. And as Fry brought it up, even if they walk all this back, PS6, how long are we going to be in droughts with this between first parties? Because third parties, no offense, I will go to Steam and I will go to the Switch 2, especially if it's Capcom making their first parties day and date on the Switch 2. Rather go to Switch 2. I will be accepting of the Switch 2's limitations over the PlayStation versions. And it's like, for PS6, what are we going to launch with Intergalactic, and then a year or two later get the one Insomniac game? Insomniac will give you 2 to 3 games a generation, it seems. That's like one of their best studios. but it's like, what else? Are we going to get the God of War remakes trilogy 2 years after the console launches, and then another 2 years for the 2 to 4 years for the next God of War, where he goes to Egypt or whatever they're doing. Like, no offense. I'm not gonna go like, even if they made me happy right now and said, no, this was all just a dream. This was all an April Fool's hoax. Please believe us. Please believe us. It's like, I'm not gonna go day one spending what the hardware's gonna cost and find out I'm gonna be left holding the bag when it's like I could just still keep my PS5 around, have my PS5 and be playing my PS5 library, going through PS4, PS5, and just go through that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why it took me so long to get a PS5, because
you have
there was no games for it.
you have it.
Well,
You have a PS5, Merrill?
Yeah, you have PS5.
Yeah.
Like, there was just no games for PS5 because they was like, oh hey, here's games for PS4, PS5.
Yeah.
What's the point of getting a PS5 if it's for PS4?
Well, PS4 old, but you also forgetting another thing, Merple. There was another reason you never got a PS5, and you know the answer. Yeah, there you go.
But like, the jokes aside, like, there was just no other than be like, oh, you could play this game, just we have better graphics on the PS5. Cool. For me personally, I give two shits about graphics. The story is what I'm there for. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I could have it for my PS4. I don't need a PS5 right away because you don't have any exclusive games. The only exclusive game that was for a PS5 at the time was Spider-Man 2, but now that's on Steam. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna
But
say.
also,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm just gonna reiterate. Like I said, even if they walk all this back, it's like there's the people that got burned are not going to come back. It's like I'm not going back no matter what they do, unless every PS6 comes with a free hand job or some shit. maybe extra money while we're at it, because I'm like I don't. No thanks.
Should I put a clip of that on the podcast?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, but not right now. It's like. No. Unless they give me the full luxury treatment with a PS6, I see no reason to buy one. They're just gonna pull this crap again. They're just gonna look good while doing it. To be honest,
Kick the can down the road. Do it in 4 years.
Burley knows that I've been eyeing for a while now a game, and I told you about this before we started recording, and it was Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted something. I can't remember the full title, and I've been looking at, because it was on sale on Steam, it was on sale on the site Fanatical, it was on sale on PlayStation 5 and digitally, and because I've gone to EB and said, hey, do you have a used copy, because I'd be okay with buying a used copy. They don't have it anywhere. And so I was like looking at it all, and like literally this close, because I want to really play it, not just on PS5 but on my PS5 Portal, make use of that thing. I got it a while ago. I want to but once this announcement came out and their digital sale ended a day before the I think actually 2 days or 3 days before the one on Steam, I just bought it digitally on Steam. Like it was just like, I'm done. That's it. I have Black Flag pre-ordered for PS5. And I really want that, but it's available on PC. Like, if I really want to hit them where it hurts most, that's really the only way for me to do it. But then again, like I said before, I'm the only one. Oh, and by the way, Fubu, when I was looking at the PlayStation blog letter that they wrote, the announcement, the official announcement, I'm going to read the first part because I think we can kind of look at it, because you said it's not very clear, right? It says entertainment industry. I'm just starting in the top part. Entertainment industry continues to shift away from physical discs to digital. Physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. They're saying all new games. So what you're
Yes.
pointing out is, does that mean first party or does that mean all, like third party too? Right? I got you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
It's
that's the thing, because you can't force, let's say, you can't force Square Enix not to make a PlayStation 6 CD.
well,
Yeah,
but
you understand.
they would need a CD drive, and if they don't make
you don't,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And at that point, they can refuse to not, because okay, what's going to happen is people will start to leave the ecosystem. They will start to leave PlayStation. We're all saying that here, right?
Mhm.
We all
Yeah.
start to walk out. If they see that a grand majority of people walk out from the PlayStation system,
Mhm.
there will be no reason to make a game adapted to the PlayStation system. You
Mhm.
get it?
yeah.
So they won't.
Yeah.
They will lose that game. It's going to become an exclusive of Xbox, for example, or it goes straight to PC. So they can, if they all gang together, they can be like, not you or me, of course. It's gonna, hey guys, Sony, if you don't put a disk drive, we'll stop making games for you guys, because
Yeah.
I got
you
you.
are losing people. You understand? That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. So
Yeah, third
Sony-
parties.
There's no market.
Sony can be like, hey guys, we're releasing Uncharted 5, but only digital. They can do that. It's their game. They can do whatever they want with their stuff, right? But
Yeah.
if I want to release a game physically for the PlayStation 6, that's where I'm trying to get. They're not saying for everyone. They're saying PlayStation.
All new PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
That's why I have to be. It's not clear. If they said starting 2027, because again, remember 2027, there's still a PlayStation 5 on the markets, right?
Right. Yeah.
Are they going to say 27 Final Fantasy 7? Are they going to say to Square and say, hey, Square, that game is coming out on 2027. You can't release that game physically anymore. You can't, right?
No.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
the wording's just weird, but
Yeah.
it basically what
Exactly.
they're saying, just what they're saying is starting January of next year, there is no more disc, maybe. We'll
Or
see.
2 years.
And or tour to use, and probably PS6 is going to be all digital, pretty much.
Yeah.
And here it is, because next year, God of War Love is coming out, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That one is going to be 100% digital. That one, because it's an exclusive IP to PlayStation.
Yeah.
But they can't do that to a third-party IP like Square with Final Fantasy. You understand? That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
I don't want to lead the hate on the bandwagon hate, or whatever you want to say it. I don't want to lead it, because I want to wait and watch, because the wording itself, it's not very clear. They
Mm.
can't force me to not make a physical edition. They
Right.
cannot
Yeah.
force me. If the PlayStation 5 still, and trust me, PlayStation 5, even if next year the PlayStation 6 comes out, the PlayStation 5 still gonna make the money for the next few years, especially if they are only physical. If they have physical, you understand what I'm saying? That's what's happening, right? I think from at this moment is only for their IP, their exclusive IP. I'll be right.
No problem.
Yeah, like it's pretty much like going to, like, say, because we're talking about the Capcom, be like, hey, you want to release, like, say, Resident Evil 10? I'm gonna throw it out because just 10, but it has to be digital.
Oh, that would
Capcom-
be, to be fair, there's Code Veronica remake, but yeah, go on.
I went with Final Fantasy.
That-
Jesus, I went with Resident Evil 10 because Code
So it
Could
Veronica
be
is probably gonna. I don't know when Code Veronica is going to come out, but like,
it's next year.
Yeah. Okay, they can't force Capcom to do that, because they could easily Capcom be like, oh well, we can't release it physical. All right, see you, Sony. We're going to be no
Yeah.
more dealings with you. Like, they
No,
could
they're-
lose a lot of partnerships.
I mean, they pretty much are. There's one caveat we haven't mentioned though, and that's Sony does own Blu-rays as a whole. And apparently they have to be the ones to still approve the production of a Blu-ray, even if it's not that for their specific games, it's in general. So
That's a good point.
from the sounds of it though, past 2020, like January 2028, you might not be able to do that. But like Fubu said, they're not making everything clear. If anything, an FAQ would have been nice, especially for the third-party developers. So either way, no matter how you're going to write it, though, this is bad news, especially because PlayStation 6. Yeah, PlayStation 6, no matter what, they've set the tone for what that console is going to be like. It does not matter what games are coming out for it. Doesn't matter what the specs. This is the direction they're going, and you either are with it or you're not. And I'm not going to go with it, and it sounds like most of us aren't either.
No. Like pretty much after the 2 games that is coming out, like I'm still looking at my Blood of the Dawnwalker pre-order. I'm like, I want that map, but now I don't want to support Sony, but I want that map. Like, even if I just buy Blood of the Dawnwalker and Wolverine, then I'm gonna be like, all right, F you. I'm not buying anything else for you. I don't need a PS6. I will switch over to Xbox if I have to, or buy Switch 3 if it comes out.
Just go PC. I think it'll be okay.
And the thing is, guys,
the
thing is, if there's an exclusive that you want to play, right? You just you rent a PlayStation 5 or a 6, you play the game and then give it back. It's everything for Sony to lose their markets. They're destroying. This is a kamikaze. They're suicidal. I don't know. There's so many words to describe this. This is the most stupid thing I've heard in a while, and I deal with Merple every day.
Wow, thanks. All right.
I'm sorry, Merple. No, sorry. Hey, it's been like 30 minutes and we haven't put a jab on Merple. We have to, or we have to.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong on that.
I mean, it is always Merple's fault.
No, sorry, I had to. No, but this is really, really, really stupid what they're doing because they're losing their market. Like you guys know, I'm a Sony guy for many years. I'm a Sony guy. I say I'm an Xbox hater. Of course, I exaggerate in that. I'm not saying I'm going to Xbox. Trust me, I'm not going to Xbox. If you can force me to go digital, I'll go Steam. I'll do that. But this is really stupid because they're going to lose their market because if Nintendo continues with the cartridge, they're going to go to because you'll go there, you'll have physical edition, you'll have great exclusives. Hey, I don't care what you want to tell me. The PlayStation or Xbox exclusives are far from being better than the Nintendo ones. Far.
Yeah.
Far. Okay? Far. And then I would rather go Switch because I'm going to enjoy the games. And like I said before, if you want to, let's say, Merple, you want to play Wolverine, but you don't want to get a PlayStation now. Like I said before, you rent a PlayStation because games are really short nowadays. You rent it for 1 week. You spend like 50 euros. You give the PlayStation and the game back, probably. Like you can do that because if you're smart, you're like, hey guys, I'm renting my PlayStation with Wolverine inside. You can do that. I'm renting my PlayStation with Wolverine inside.
Wolverine's small enough. You can fit it in PlayStation.
100 euros. 100 euros. You'll have the game. You'll have the game and the console for a week. Bro, I would get rich. I would get rich because people. No, I'm not gonna say here in Portugal because I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling, but the thing is, doing this is gonna get people away from their from their system. That means their ecosystem. If people, I'm just gonna say lease. If people lease a PlayStation to play one game, hey, you're not buying a Portal, you're not buying the headsets, you're not buying controllers, you're not buying games. That's how they make their fucking money. It's with everything else. It's with everything else. This is the most stupid, moronic business decision I've heard in my freaking entire life. And I deal with business every day.
Mm.
It's like
I-
wait, it's like me in a
Yeah,
hotel.
it's okay.
Hey, I'm renting a room, but there's no beds. You'll have to sleep on the floor.
Yeah, you have to bring your own sleeping bags.
And no food either. You got to get your own food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You paid us $200 for the room. You want a bed? That's $350 a night.
I was going to say Nintendo has an opportunity here. Xbox, we already talked about it. They do have an opportunity, but I got a feeling that they will follow suit with what Sony's doing, as opposed to go on the opposition. But I think Nintendo has a real opportunity to lean into it and come out on top, because yes, they still sell digital, but you can buy physical games. They have not yet, and knock on fake IKEA wood, that they haven't yet announced that they're cutting out physical. And I hated game key cards. I still am not a fan of game key cards, but it is now a more valid in between of the two. It is a physical thing that I can still resell and hand to someone, where you can't do that with a completely digital system.
Like Nintendo at least still gives you the option of buying it physical or digital.
Mhm.
Like that. That's why I can say like I'm okay with the key card. Still hate it, just like you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is why I think they have an opportunity here to come out on top out of all the big
Yeah.
three.
I think. Sorry, just really quick, so I don't lose my friend.
Go, yeah, don't worry.
I think this is going into one of our first stories about RAM. I'm afraid behind the scenes, they're all doing their little cabal, and they're like, guys, let's all, because
Yeah.
if we all do it, we're all gonna win. We're all gonna win. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
afraid
got
that might be happening on the background, and we don't know, because
That could be.
no, because if Xbox, because like they need to unite, like us. We can unite by not buying their stuff, but they can also unite to force us to buy their stuff. And for me, to be honest, it's the end of console. I already said this before. I think it's the end of console if they force me. An Xbox forces me, a PS5, a PS forces me, and a Nintendo forces. Like I'll get a PC. That's what we want. PC Master Race. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's it, basically.
Such a sad day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next week we get some better news and we get some stories that we are more excited. And I would love for Sony to walk all this back, but I don't think they're going to be walking this back. And like Fry said, if they walk it back, it ain't going to make me just go, okay, I'll take that money I've been saving for PSX, put more away, so that way it comes out, I'll just give you all this money and buy the extra controller and buy the $200 intergalactic we took your money edition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have
Yeah,
that.
well-
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm hoping we get some good news, and I'm hoping things stabilize. I think Nintendo will keep doing physical, and I hope they keep up the trend like they have been doing for digital. I said that, hey, you want our new games digitally? We'll give them to you a little bit cheaper. I'm not
Yeah.
against buying things digital. I've bought things digital.
That's how it
Especially-
should be.
Yeah, well, back it used to be in the PS4 generation. If you're buying games digitally on the PS4, you didn't pay the tax. So, and over here in Canada, that was a 13%. So, games that were 90 in the store or on PS Plus day one, they were 79 bucks. Yeah, I bought games digitally. I'm saving 11 something dollars.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do the math.
Yeah. I will say though, whatever money we all here could have given to a potential PlayStation 6, I fully believe we should just give it to Burley for his hair transplant surgery. What do you say, Burley?
Yes. I agree. We'll get better use out of that, and we'll get some good podcast stuff out of that. I know we will.
Yes,
But-
indeed.
think this is a good spot to end episode 15. Hopefully, in the near future, we get some more good stories and more stuff, and hopefully, other people are taking shape and taking things in. Like, hey, if PlayStation wants to just keep shooting themselves in the foot, Sega, this is your time to come back. Dreamcast 2, Sonic Adventure remake, day one, you will have you'll have millions sold.
Oh, yeah, I would buy a Dreamcast 2 in a heartbeat.
I would, especially you make Sonic Adventure 1 remake come day one on that. It's like, okay, Sega, I'll give you my money. I trust you more than PlayStation now.
Yeah.
Even-
I'll give you my money.
Yeah.
And I
Even
really
if it's
own a
only,
Dreamcast.
even if it's just a Steam machine and a Dreamcast 2 shell, I'll still buy it over a PS6.
We all would.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we would love to hear from you all in the comment sections. There was a lot of different stories. We definitely want, especially with the topic of the show, we want to hear from you all. Love to hear different perspectives. We will respond to them as we see them. And yes, don't worry, after this episode's done, we'll give Murple a good what for and talking to. I mean, just a talking to, yes.
Yeah. Nothing more, nothing less.
And we
If I
will
won't
have
be here
the...
next episode, and I will be in a cage.
No, you're going. No, you're going back in your Pokeball.
No, I told you, Kirok owns me.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, I know the comment section's gonna love that. And if
anyone
people
don't
want to
get
do
that joke,
fan
I
art
said
of Kirok owning Murple, we do approve of that.
I can't
Okay,
remember what stream I said that in. I said it in one of your streams.
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah.
Kirok's like,
Anywho.
wait, what?
We do have some upcoming content. The Kiln review has been filmed. Fry and I will be recording the Star Fox review, so I'm not sure on dates when that be, but just, you know what, make sure you're subscribed and make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you get notified when videos drop, because if you rely on the normal YouTube feed, even though you subscribe to channels, you're gonna have a bad time, because I've even seen it with some of the We Do content we post out on here, and I have to click the damn notification bell. That way I notify, and I'm one of the guys on the channel, and I know when things come out. Alrighty, I think that's enough rambling. We will see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.